In 1995 Berlin, Michael Berg watches a train pass, flashing back to a tram ride from 1958. Michael, 15, feels sick, getting off the tram to walk in the rain. Vomiting beside an apartment building, tram conductor Hannah Schmitz finds him, cleans him up, and helps him home. Michael is diagnosed with scarlet fever. Michael visits Hannah with flowers once he is better, and they have a summer affair. She asks him to read to her from his school books. On a bicycle trip, they visit a church with a choir, and Hannah is emotional. Toward the end of summer, Hannah is promoted to the tram's head offices. They argue, and she sends him away, packs her things and leaves. When Michael finds her apartment vacant, he is devastated. Again in 1995, Michael is reserved around women, divorced and estranged from his daughter. In 1966, a Heidelberg University Law School student Michael observes a trial of several former SS guards accused of letting 300 Jewish women and children perish in a burning church during the Death March near Krakow, Poland. Michael is horrified to see that Hannah is one of the defendants. Ilana and her mother Rose give the key evidence. Ilana testifies that Hannah had women from the camp read to her in the evenings. Rose testified that when the church caught fire from a bombing raid, as the guards locked the doors, all but her and Ilana died. Hannah, unlike her co-defendants, admits that Auschwitz was an extermination camp and that she and the others chose 10 women for each month's Selektion. When questioned about the church fire, no one explained why they had not unlocked the doors. The guards' report said they learned about it in the morning, and Hannah admitted it was a lie. They had not opened the doors, so the prisoners could not escape. Hannah's co-defendants then all lie that she was in charge and wrote the report. Hannah denies this, insisting that all the guards present agree on the report's contents. The lead judge asks for a handwriting sample. Ashamed, she avoids this test by testifying she wrote the report. Watching the trial from the public gallery, Michael realizes Hannah's secret. She is illiterate, so she could not have read or written it. When Michael tells his law professor, he tells him his moral obligation is to inform the court. The professor is frustrated with him for not speaking to Hannah, so he tries to visit her in prison but cannot face her and leaves her waiting. She gets a life sentence for 300 murder cases, while the other defendants are sentenced to 4 years and 3 months each for aiding and abetting. Michael weeps from the gallery. Years later, Michael puts the books he had read to Hannah on tape and regularly sends them to her in prison. She borrows the same books from the prison library, teaching herself to read and write using Michael's voice. She writes to Michael, gradually, with more and more literacy, but he is yet to respond. In 1988, an official prison contacts Michael, requesting his help with Hannah's transition into society following her release. Initially refusing, he later visits to say he has found her a place and a job. She is pleased to see him and tries to reconnect, but Michael is distant. He asks if she thinks about the past, and Hannah asks if he means their history. When he says he means the war, she says what she feels and thinks does not matter as the dead are still dead. Both are left upset. Michael arrives at the prison with flowers on Hannah's release day but is told she has hanged herself. She left a crude will, gifting a tea tin with cash and the money in her bank account to Ilana. Michael finds Ilana in New York City, admitting his connection to Hannah and its long-lasting impact. He tells her about Hannah's illiteracy, but she tells him to seek catharsis elsewhere. Michael tells her what she left her, showing her the tea tin, but Ilana refuses the money. He suggests donating it to a Jewish literacy organization in Hannah's name. Ilana agrees he should do it if he wishes. She keeps the tin, as it is like the one she once had. The film ends in 1995 with Michael driving his daughter Julia to Hannah's grave, telling her their story.